We don't negotiate with terrorists. We've done something close to 200k in sales in the last 2 days. The weather turned to trash and suddenly people are clamoring for new inside furniture because that 15-year-old couch isn't as comfortable as before when you've spent all summer and most of this month out being and enjoying the outdoors on the new outdoor stuff you bought last year. Due to excess inventory we have a lot of small bedside tables marked down. But it's only one color. Like kind of a natural pine color. Beautiful, warm tones. They're $100. Clearly labeled clearance. To help move inventory, we're taking extra discounts on these items. The tags that you bring to the counter are different colors and the items themselves are also emblazoned with huge yellow clearance, price is marked, signs. No way to mistake that one is clearance over the other. Lady brings up a tag to my cashier. We've hired some seasonal and the kid working the counter is super cool, super respectful. Great kid. She brings up the tag, for a non-clearance table from one of our arrangements in the back. Its original tag price is listed as $400, but it's on sale for $200. Pretty killer deal if you ask me. She asks for a price check, insists it's a clearance tag. Like aggressively insists she plucked the tag for this cherry bedside table off a clearance item and it should be $75. He scans the tag, politely informs the customer that the tag isn't ringing clearance and that it's $200. She immediately screams that that's wrong. He apologizes and says that they're the pine tables and clearly marked with red tags and yellow clearance signs, and that the table she plucked is for a cherry table. Not clearance but, still a great deal. She demanded a manager. Stating that nowhere on anything did it say it was strictly for the pine tables. I walk over and check it out. She's got the tag for a cherry table sitting there and demands that it was tagged clearance. I ask her what section she got the tag from, she answers the big section of end tables in the back of the store. Me, yeah, so that's typically extras section, pushed against the back of the wall. We have some smaller sets and tables back there since we have a lot of clearance ones. Unfortunately, the cherry ones aren't part of the clearance. Just the pine. Customer, that's not right. You have all these tables marked as clearance. The signs aren't specific for the pine ones. This one is clearance. I want this one for the $100. Your signs are misleading. Nowhere does it say anywhere on the signs that it's specific to the pine. I saw this cherry one and it's clearance. Me, I'm sorry. I have all the clearance tables marked clearance. They have yellow signs and red tags. Again, I'd be happy to get you a clearance table but they're pine not cherry. Customer, well. I'm a marketing manager and this is wrong. The signs don't indicate the pine ones. This is false advertising. I'm going to post all over your corporate website. I'm going to post it all over the internet about your unfair business practices. Me, and you are welcome to do so. Again, I'm so sorry but the item you picked is not clearance. Clearance is clearly marked with giant yellow signs and red tags. I'm happy to sell it to you if you'd still like it but I cannot mark a $400 table on sale to $200 down to $75. It's $200. If you'd like to swap it for a pine one for $75. We can do that. Your choice. I had to walk away at that point. I've been doing this a long time and I know that this particular customer would continue to argue with me and, seeing as I set the damn display myself, we would get nowhere. I literally left the choice in the customer's hands. I wasn't rude and I wasn't aggressive. I was pretty polite and understanding. But when you threaten me with corporate or complaints, that's fine, that's your prerogative, but essentially negotiation ends. I don't reward aggressive and unkind behavior, especially when you come guns a-blazing at my team. I always have their backs. My leaders running the store know this and they back me up. They know I'm never unkind and always offer a fair solution to a customer and leave it in the customer's hands. Ultimately the customer left the cherry table but purchased her replica Tiffany lamp and left. I happened to be fixing something up front and her receipt printed with the survey on the bottom. I encouraged her to fill out the survey with her dissatisfaction about the signage. Corporate absolutely wants to know if the way they want the signage isn't clear. They ultimately make those calls, not me. I ended up emailing my contacts including my boss and their boss with the situation. I let the young cashier read it before I sent it to make sure I had everything above board and the situation wasn't misrepresented. Though a couple cashiers pointed out after I walked away, and after I'd sent that email, that she called me a bitch and told my cashier to never end up like their boss. Ironically enough, my team also had my back and thought I was being fair by offering to swap for the pine ones, and they couldn't understand how someone could be so obtuse as to assume that every side table was clearance, being that clearance is always heavily marked down and clearly, sometimes annoyingly excessively, labeled.